Hello to all the lovely viewers, and I'm glad you are with me in this tutorial. So if you are a DBA, a database administrator at beginner, intermediate or advanced level, you are at the right place because we are now in very short span of time try to understand how ChatGPT and MS Access works together. Let's get started. The very first thing that we will be doing is opening the ChatGPT. How about writing some queries in MS Access but taking ChatGPT help? Let's have a look how we can do that. So for example, I wanted to add a query to add in record in MS Access using ChatGPT. So what I'll do is I will write down here ChatGPT, press enter, and you can see that there is a query that is a SQL query, SQL structured query language query that it will generate, which for sure will work when we are working on MS Access. I'll show it to you. You can see there is a query which says insert into, and then insert into where? Table name is whatever, field 1, field 2, field 3, and then you can see there are some values which is value 1, value 2, value 3. So you can see how very quickly I can add the values in this and get some meaningful insights. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the MS Access option, and you can see that there is an option called as create. When I click on this create option, you can see that I have a query wizard and a query design option. If I click on query design feature and open the suggestion from the ChatGPT, it says your query should be designed like this. Insert into table name, field 1, field 2, field 3, and the values. All I need to do is go to MS Access, and then based on what the ChatGPT has suggested, I will select whatever field they have. We'll go over here. We will go to create option again, query design, drag and drop the options, and you can see that in no time it has generated a table for me. I would now like to get the ID and the salary. So I'll click on this field, employee payroll details, and then the job is done. You can see how quickly using ChatGPT you can draft these queries and you can use it. The other way of doing this is also to have a delete query. So let's say if I say delete query syntax in MS Access, the moment I do delete query syntax in MS Access and I run it, you can see that as I scroll down, you can see in no time that I have got delete from employees where department is HR. That means this is the SQL query which I can use in no time. Going ahead, the next very important thing which I can do using ChatGPT is get a format of all the queries. So how about searching SQL queries that are used in MS Access. So the moment I search for SQL queries which are used in MS Access, you can see that there are different templates of queries. We have got a select query, an update query, a delete query, an append query, make table, cross tab. We've got queries like union, subqueries. So you can see the list of all the queries which have got generated in no time. How about creating a macro? So you can ask ChatGPT on create a macro code. You can say a sample macro code. Create a sample macro code in Visual Basic for MS Access. So moment I press enter, you can see that in no time ChatGPT puts all its expertise and generates a code for me. And you can see that I've got a subroutine written. The name of the subroutine is open my form, do cmd.open form my form, and end the subroutine. So you can see that in no time it is generating this code which can be used in the macro options. So all you need to do is just click on the create option. You will see under this macro and code option a macro feature. You can click on the macros and you can see that whatever macros are there, you can use it. ChatGPT also has a lot of exhaustive things when it comes to ChatGPT, MS Access, and that is also around the resumes or the job descriptions. So let's say you want to see anything related to jobs, be it a job description for a person who's working as a DBA, or the commonly asked interview questions that can also be checked in no time. I'll show it to you how it works. Job description for a DBA working on MS Access. This will help you be at par with what exactly the industry needs. Job description for a DBA working in Microsoft Access. If you scroll down, you can see that in no time it brings up for me the job title, the job descriptions, the positions overview, what are the key responsibilities, the database security, anything related to backup and recovery which you should know, the database maintenance, compliance and reporting, and finally what all are the qualifications that you will need for this particular area.